Most people really don't care about that much. But enough with that, let's talk on the actual brand new content here coming to the game. First things first, the Gobblegums.
Good. I don't want to watch it.
Good.
I don't want to watch it.
I don't fucking want to
Consider that taking one for the team.
Bad fucking rating.
Man. Oh.
Fuck Bot Rising. Fuck Amazon. Fuck Eric Kripke. Let the Batman spin off fucking show. Here it is. Trailer for Bot Rising. Because it leaked online or some bullshit. Played it in theaters. And let's see.
Thank God I didn't go to the fucking theaters for that.
Oh my god, Joe, I would have been so pissed. It was $30 a ticket. It was $90. I couldn't press the button. That's like.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's what the smartest people in the world are.
Eat dirt, dirtbag.
Black Ops mission. Oh wait, that's not different. It could be like an early version of he's younger and they're using a different actor. It could also be because this guy's it could be early test.
Oh, the bubbles went up my nose.
Failures. One guy goes fucking crazy about it, right? Okay.
His power is calm.
Justice bullets.
There's the police look good. Okay,
Oi!
there's the weapons.
This should be
that they
two for the
used,
price of one.
Fucking cheap hallway set at the end of The Boys that came out of nowhere. Ah, here's a frequency that hurts the boys that nobody's ever heard of. This guy appears like he's breaking out.
You impure filth are gonna learn your place.
The Mandalorian and
Commendable precision. Muscles are getting muscles. Tossing C4. I offer a group discount. Setting C4 charge. Not fun and games till someone loses an eye. Tossing Casimir.
Good movie. You didn't make it a movie that people remember. No one's not going to change the culture. It's not going to do anything. I like the green guy.
It doesn't even deepen the characters. There's not a single new thing that we learn about the characters, and I was hoping that they might delve a little bit more into that, other than that by the end they're even more on the New Republic side and the good guy side, which we already knew.
Nope. None of that.
But I will say that you know, I had a lot of fun, and I was, you know, you could tell that they didn't have a TV budget. They kind of did whatever the hell they want. There was a special effect in nearly every shot. You kind of have to when you have a Jabba the Hutt, when you have a Hutt slithering around, and I never really thought the Hutts looked right. You know what I mean? Remember when Han Solo, they redid all that CGI in the special edition? George
I like the live action
where he pops up and steps on the tail. And then that one as well, Joe, but that was a different, that's different special edition. Talking about the slugs, they're kind of hard to do in live action and make it look realistic. So we have a jacked slug here, and it's just an out there idea, right? He's a gladiatorial fighter, and he's battling, and so you're gonna need a lot of CGI for it, and they do it here. There's a lot of CGI here with robots. I actually really appreciate there's a sequence that's almost stop motion animation, like old school Star Wars. I was like, hey, I really like that. Whether it was actually stop motion or they were just kind of being nostalgic with the style, I was like, I love this. You know, I've always wanted to see, you know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles come back and just use the fucking suits instead of goddamn CGI. That's kind of what you get here towards the end. So I say this is a feel-good movie. This is one of those popcorn pleasers that you can go out and you can have a good time. Yeah, it's low stakes. Yeah, it means nothing, and it's absolutely correct. It is inconsequential. It really is a side adventure, and you know, you can skip by it and never notice in the grand scheme of things. And it just puzzles me then why this happened. Why this was the movie that they're like, yeah, let's green light this, let's get this in theaters. Because for me, I have memories of Star Wars being fucking massive. Like, you go to midnight, everybody's got lightsabers. When we went to Phantom Menace, Joe, like fucking, that shit was insane. There was lines out there where people were camping. None of that shit this time around.
You also
Now,
have
the
that
theater was
iconic,
packed.
the iconic
Remember I
movie
saved
with
you,
Darth
'cause
Maul
I
showed up.
will.
You had that tear.
Yeah.
But like on this movie, you have nothing
It
memorable.
feels like there was no hype
There's
building
no
this
memorable
at
moments
all.
or nothing.
So we're looking at the movie is tracking at about 80 million domestic, 160 million global. That would mean it beats Project Hail Mary's 141 to become the third biggest opening of the year, tied with China's Pegasus 3, which scored 160. The biggest opening of the year goes to Super Mario Galaxy Movie with 372 million, and Michael with 217 in second place. So it's not the worst. It's not like an abject failure, but if you put it on the Star Wars scale, then yeah, we're doing a lot worse, because Star Wars movies, they don't do $500 million. They do $1 billion. They do multi-million dollars up there. This is tracking on par with Solo, a Star Wars story. This one, you know, has the labor or domestic 4-day weekend to help out, and we'll see how this does. But I was just confused at how it came back. So, Joe, what do you think of the film?
Honestly, I agree with
Yeah. Mic check. Mic check. You're so fucking loud.
Alex, at the beginning I was
like, okay, this is actually pretty good. I don't know what's going on here, but as soon as because we saw those mixed reviews, and then once we turned in our second bounty, it went downhill from there. We go like he gets captured. I'm like, oh, okay, well this is kind of it's cutesy for cutesy's sake. It's like it's for the family. It's you're gonna have
got something for everybody in the family.
They didn't risk anything with this. They played it super safe, but too safe because if you're gonna like bring out a Star Wars movie, you just played it too safe. Like that's not what we want right now. And like Alec was saying, like we had the cutesy moments, and it was just not for me. It's not really what I was looking for. I wanted some more action, some more of the fallen Empire stuff. Kind of see some more of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like the bad guys. The Huts. The Huts was like.
The twins, cousins, or brother cousins to the big bastard Jabba.
There's no stakes in this movie, no nothing, no tension. A lot of this stuff was
But Joel, baby
season 4.
I can't believe baby Grogu is put in danger.
Did you ever believe that he was in danger
For a single second.
Yeah, what is boy in danger? All the green. But even for season 4, you're like,
it's fine.
Oh, out of batteries.
It's been there for like years.
Been there for years. We haven't brought this guy out.
7 years.
But
Holy shit, it works.
hey, second life. There we go. He comes to life.
I see what you're saying, Joe, and I mostly agree with you.
It's hard not to.
I think I enjoyed it a little bit more because I was just in
the right mood for it, in a good mood. I wanted something fun. I wanted something light. It's fun. It's light. The boys are right there in interlude. It turns into the Grogu and Anzelian show. I had to look up what those guys were. The little engineer guy. Babu Freak, you know, he's got cousins in this film, I guess. And, you know, they basically take over the film while Mando is sidelined for a little bit, and they kind of take it over, and so it turns into, it's got something for everybody. That's for the little kids, your mom is in it, your grandma's in there. It's something for everybody, and it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable watch.
I just want to spend $50 plus the cost of drinks and popcorn. I mean,
Right.
like 3 tickets to go see this when honestly it's 3 episodes of Mandalorian. Don't spend your money on it unless you like really want to go see Star Wars and it's not even Star Wars. It's a side thing.
I'm a Star Wars fan, so I like the lore, I like the universe, and I like seeing it get expanded in a different way. But it is super small.
I feel like it's only
nothing
three
got
sets.
expanded for
Trek
me.
through the fucking good old hiking trail, and it's nothing more than that. But I will pay for that because it wasn't a bad film. It's not something that blew me away, but I enjoyed my time with it. And well, that's I mean that's pretty.
Unless we start going to spoilers.
The
but
song,
like,
well,
everything
okay.
else-
I will say some of the the song is still a fucking banger, dude. I love the Mandalorian theme. It's
fucking
so good. And there's a film rendition of it. They try to mix it up and put some spins on it, and I like that. Now, I'm not saying all the songs work. This one surprisingly has like techno songs in it. It sounds more like Dominion Storm over Gift 3 than anything Star Wars. That's a huge cut. I don't think anybody's gonna get that. Oh, it's an old game that I used to play that had this soundtrack that kind of sounds like this. It doesn't sound like Star Wars. They're trying to differentiate it. And it has a lot of the underworld. So you do see a lot of cities that, you know, George Lucas always wanted to do this TV show where it's got the underworld. And you have this, it's like, I wouldn't call it Blade Runner, but you see like, you know, the cities and stuff and the wavefront. But here, it's all surface level. There's nothing deep at all. We go on a mission. You know, the mission goes awry. We fix the mission. Guess what happens at the end? You got it. And then we're good. But fun time and something you could take the family to. I just wish it was more impactful. And like I said, I don't understand. Well, I do have understanding. It says here, originally the plan was to continue The Mandalorian season 4, but that plan shifted in the 2023 WGA writer strike and the actor strike. Quote unquote, I think this is from John Favreau said, I wrote season 4 and then we went into the work stoppage. And as we came out of it, that's when Lucasfilm was like, well, first let me say, the film feels like it's a corporate product that it's like, we need we're going to lose the license. Let's make something. Put something out there. Make sure that the little green guy's in it. Put those cute guys from the other film that everybody liked in it. Sell them toys. You know, have them fly a ship. The ship blew up. So you see the film. I don't care. Put the ship in it. Just buy them a new ship, you know, and then get it out there. And there's people that love Star Wars enough and are passionate enough, and set designers, creators, and costume designers, that they love Star Wars. And what they've made here is adequate. But it doesn't feel like a vision that goes like, I need to tell this story, and so many people are going to gravitate towards this, and they're like, that's my favorite character. You know what I mean? And this is just a corporate product. Okay, now I read the quote, the work stoppage, and as we came out of it, that's when Lucasfilm was like, we haven't had a movie in a while. Could you do something with these characters? Is there something there? He's literally spilling the tea and telling everybody. And director John Favreau told comicbook.com, I looked at the scripts, Dave looked at the scripts, it was not a movie, so we had to start from scratch, and they made a movie. They made a movie out of, and he pitched it as a new version of what it was, because it also had to be for people who didn't see who did it. Season 4, people saw the show, they saw Ahsoka, and now this one. It's got to be like, no, you should be able to bring somebody who's never seen Star Wars with you, he added. So it had to be a standalone adventure, but you also want to have enough subtle stuff that it relates to Ahsoka Season 2. Now, whether any of this stuff relates to Ahsoka Season 2, I hope not, because I don't want any of this in Ahsoka Season 2. I need that to be higher level. I need it to be dealing with more interesting stuff. I don't want to see the fucking twin, or, you know, these huts, or the, you know, none of that. I just want, I don't know what they mean. What, does Sigourney Weaver, like, does Sigourney Weaver show up in Ahsoka Season 2? I don't see how this sets up Season 2 at all. And by the way, there's not an end credit scene. There's not a mid-credit scene. It's weird. There's no Star Wars crawl. It's a corporate product that feels like a stopgap, but it's all right enough. You know what I mean? And it establishes, I guess, Sigourney Weaver as that veteran female presence that kind of fills the slot for the Leia mission giver character.
She's in this movie for like 2 minutes,
Yeah.
though. Like,
Yeah, I know.
She's so good
Yeah.
at everything. And I
Better
wanted her,
job from you.
I wanted her to actually be in this movie, and she's really not in this movie. There's a rat we see more than Sigourney Weaver.
Hey, man, don't that rat. We'll talk about it in spoilers. Anyways, that's not correct, but it's fun. So, but I do appreciate that they concentrated on Mandalorian growth. It's not a fucking ton, and we're cutting between 7 different storylines. It's very focused on just those 2. And that's what does make it end up feeling smaller scale, more focused, and I think that works to its advantage. I just wish that it had more oomph to it. So I can say, run out and see this. For right now, I said, man, check this out when you're free. If you enjoy Star Wars a lot like I do, and you want to be immersed in the lore, and you want to see a little side story, what's going on with the Hutt's power base, you know? Because there's 3 main factions in Star Wars. You had the fucking Rebellion, and you had the Empire forever. But there was always a third one, the Hutt, kind of the underworld. You get a little bit of that here, but it's not much.
It doesn't really keep in the lore.
Right. Yeah. So, it looked nice. The sets were great. The special effects
I don't
were good.
honestly, I don't
the
think the
X-Wing.
sets were good. I think
You don't think the sets were good?
Andor had better sets and everything. You don't really have like
No.
3.
Well, I mean, it's hard to compare the locations. Like, can you give me an example?
We only had those 3 locations: the New Republic, the little island where you saw the bar.
Yeah,
we saw the bar. There's
We've seen that
kind-
before in the TV show, so it's very small scale.
Okay, maybe reuse. Okay, so then we go to the
The Hut planet where the gladiatorial games are.
Yeah, and then the underworld. We saw 3.
Yeah, Blade Runner planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's it. That's
The
really it.
inside of the Hut's HQ
It's a tunnel.
with the tunnel and the
Worm
worm.
tunnel, yeah.
A
It's-
worm tunnel.
It's almost like an organic mountain because when chunks of it are being blown up in the climax, there's you
I
you
still
can
have
see
to-
Yeah, the worms are crawling all
still,
throughout, yeah.
still have to decide that Andor has to look at more production, a more set that look than this film. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm saying that one looked better. But
yeah,
this is gonna be-
Andor
this is gonna-
definitely. Whoever did the set designs there, it's just so it's
yeah,
white,
and this is gonna be
bright,
your movie.
clean.
You're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna tout or like praise this one. This is where we're gonna be showing you guys, and I honestly think it lacked for
Yeah.
for that.
Well, remember they spent a good amount of money on Andor. I'll look it up. But here they had a tight budget compared because they let Solo see. While it might be on tracking with Solo, Solo was a disaster and a bomb for Disney because they overspent. The Solo production budget was $275 million with some reshoots. Some people think it's $300
It
million.
was 3 movies, well, because there was 3 different directors. So like
Solo, yeah.
Yeah, so it's
was
like
like 3
Solo was actually 3 movies that they had to push together because they had so many people.
So $300 million on that one. The production budget here was only $160 million. So all they have to do, probably, if you do the math and then double for marketing and stuff, it has to go $400 million. Can it do it? Maybe. We'll see if it can or not. But it just depends on good word of mouth. It's all right.
Yeah.
Is that good enough to spread word of mouth and get it to $400 million? It's a sad state of affairs when Star Wars, you have to second guess whether Star Wars can even, break even or something. But like the boys said, they're playing it safe. Star Wars has been in a bad spot. You know what I mean? We've been making kind of shitty stuff. It's certainly better than Acolyte.
Correct.
Certainly better than Boba Fett with the fucking scooters and shit. And your Slave One on your
Nope.
shirt. Oh, that's right.
Friendship
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 One.
One.
They renamed it.
The Friendship One and the Boba Fett.
They're interns.
But everybody knows it. It's just like the most blatant corporate. I recognize that
I fucking
product.
love Star Wars.
I fucking love it too.
But I would still kind of wait. Like, I'll go see like an early showing where
Especially-
prices are cheaper.
If you have Disney Plus, especially if you're used to getting this content is no better than the TV show. The best 3 episodes of Mandalorian are better than this.
Nice work.
So it's like if you're used to getting this product included in your Disney Plus, and you're like, maybe I don't want to spend $50 to $100 to take my family to the movie theater, I can definitely say that, like, wait till it gets to the dollar theater, wait a little bit. There's no spoilers, nothing happens in this movie, so it's like you're not gonna find out that someone big.
And Alex is you're clearly talking about, there's the newness when you do the Mandalorian for the first time, and you could tell the passion there. They had a story to tell. They had characters to introduce to you, and the writing was better, and the story. Here it's like, hey, the characters you know and love are going on a nice little adventure.
You remember the scene with Werner
But the
Herzog in
budget
it?
is much higher, so like the production looks bigger and better than the TV show. I'll give it that.
But this is the way, or I Have Spoken, or Werner Herzog sitting there and giving his monologue where he sounds like a psycho. Those scenes had gravitas to them. They were
Yeah, they
big.
did.
They felt important. There are scenes
Even
in the
though they're in a
Mandalorian.
TV show.
Yeah, and even season 1, like there's parts where your heart gets racing. You're like, oh my god, this is really cool. And we got a little bit of that in the beginning of
Tiny
this movie.
bit.
In the beginning of this movie, there's a
There was another part with Grogu. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that if you had been wearing a Fitbit, you'd be like, are you on a light walk instead of are you watching a badass movie? So,
All right, well, let's go to final verdicts.
I'm gonna say for this one a 6. Didn't take itself like too seriously. A lot of stuff there. Check out and have a good time. The plot is pretty good. The only good thing about Boba Fett, the book Boba Fett was bad villain was probably the best. If they would have had a better villain than this, because again I don't like nuts. Have a better
fine. It was enjoyable. Had I had a couple more drinks, I would have had more fun with it, probably.
What about Solo, Joe? Did you like this better or worse than Solo? Okay, Alex? What did you think?
Solo's look, and Solo I don't remember. I mean, Solo's alright. Yeah, I think this is a mediocre movie that, you know, it risked nothing, it was rewarded with nothing, it didn't swing for the fences, it exists and then it happens, and then we're gonna move on and not remember anything that happened with it. Cool action scenes up front. There was a cool action scene towards the end, so there's definitely it's a worth eventually checking out. I just don't see that the vast majority of people can justify going to the movie theaters, especially with a family, to go see a movie that's a corporate product that doesn't expand the lore in any way, without compelling villains, with 2 cool action sequences, an extended cute sequence, and it's like if that's enough to bring your entire family and spend $100.
$100? Hey.
I mean, just think.
We spent $30 on fucking pizza, goddammit.
Well, then plus the cost for tickets, and like we brought our own snacks. I don't know, but we brought our own snacks in the movie. Like going to the movie theater is fucking expensive, and this movie is not worth going to the movie theater with a big family unless you are a massive Star Wars fan. I wish they had like expanded the lore. I wish the Hutts were compelling. They're not. I wish Jeremy Allen White had a voice modulator, because I don't think his voice for Ron Hutt is good. And I like him as an actor.
Who is that?
He's in The Bear. He's a great actor.
The lead guy, like
the
chef dude or whatever?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But so, like, he's great, but like, the Hutts have like this crazy menacing
It's just
voice.
weird hearing him, the Hut with the English instead of
Yeah, and it's just like the normal kind of voice. It's just kind of silly. So
what's up, dude?
I wish it was that deep, but it's not even that deep. So I agree with the 6. I think you can enjoy it, and I think you will enjoy it. But I think that we've been seeing this content free for long enough. I don't think you should go out there.
Okay. I think it's better. It's better than Solo in parts. I don't know. I like makes me feel happier than Solo kind of thing. So kind of like that. But I agree with Joe. It's kind of on par. So I'm also giving it a 6 out of 10. This just seems like the perfect, slightly above average movie because it was good enough. You could see the effort put in here. We just wish there was, consequential. There's 4 other points here. This is consume, throw it out. You're gonna forget it in a few weeks, if not quicker. Does it advance anything forward? Absolutely not. Not really, unless Jabba's son is gonna somehow be important later. But even if it's not important here. So you just want a prequel to what they're gonna do with that. I guess there you go. Gosh, I just wanted a little bit more. I wanted a transformation for this little guy. I wanted something extra for him. Like I don't want to
Maybe we get some more insight
spoilers
or something. Something
like
else would get some more.
something changes with this. I wanted him to get something, say something, do something different, but it's all the same stuff that you've seen before. Now, if at the end he got the cool fucking little Mando armor and he's running around like a little Mando armor or something, I don't know, it would have been a little bit better. Instead, it's a fun romp adventure side quest thing that you can skip and see on Disney Plus when eventually it comes out. That's it. Pretty simple. Let's go into the spoiler section and talk about what happened in it. And for those of you who have seen it, and for those of you who don't care, come join us in the spoiler section. Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler section. So, what basically what was this all about? Well, let's just jump into spoilers. So, go ahead.
Yeah, so he's a bounty hunter, and he's got a new handler. His handler is Sigourney Weaver, and she's got a deck of cards, and she's like constantly like, I need you to go get this Imperial guy, I need you to get this Imperial guy.
Imperial Remnant.
So this is about two quests he's given. The first quest, awesome. Starts off super strong. He's like John Wick in Mandalorian armor. He is murdering stormtroopers, and it's like doing cool shit. Captures
get to see like some cool variation, new trooper styles. They almost look like hybrid snow, urban troopers.
And it's like, it's great. And I thought everything up here was great. And Sigourney Weaver is great. And she's like, I'm giving you a new quest. And everything just kind of stops for a while because all the badass stuff that he was doing.
Yeah, it's like 2 episodes of Clone Wars where you're like, man, that was a great episode, and then you're like, okay, this one's okay. But that's the movie. It's like, but I want to see that one. So you're right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes back to the base, and then Sigourney Weaver's like, hey, I got something
Here's a
for you.
mysterious guy, and your lead is the Huts. You have to go to the Huts, but you have to go talk to him.
Doing things we
Hang on,
never
you got
do.
important.
It's important, Joe, because
telling
Disney,
you.
like exactly like you said, they're like, oh, make sure he's in the Racer Crest. And they're like, well, we blew it up. And he's like, fuck, give him a new one. And so they just hand wave that they're giving him a new Razor Quest. It's
Where'd you get this?
It was an
It was an
advance.
antique. Somebody
It's
had
an
it.
advance payment. The guy got the credit card.
Yeah.
Do the mission. If you don't do the mission, I ain't got nothing for you, she said. I ain't got nothing for you. He's like, so I can't have that? No.
So they go to this moon, and it's a really cool
Things we
planet. I actually
never
love the look
do.
of it. I'm constantly looking at the neon signs. They all
Telling you.
like Kenobi, Obi-Wan, like Lucas used to do to hide those things with the neon signs. Cool looking world. And then we find out that Rada is not
Doing
kidnapped,
things
but
we
he's
never
kind of,
do.
He's in the stable of fighters.
Telling you.
Gladiator. And he actually likes Rita. These people, they're afraid of me.
Like being living in my dad's shadow, you know, nobody cared about me, but now they actually cheer for me. He learns later on that they don't really give a fuck about him. They're like, kill him,
One
and
last
Mando
fight.
beats him. And you can see the expression. I can't feel sorry for the dude.
I just wish that this whole sequence had been a little bit more compelling. Like the bad guy just seemed kind of soft. Rada seemed kind of soft. They still have some fights where, of course,
When you say the bad guy, you mean the leader, or what is it? The ringleader.
The ringleader of this clan.
has his contract. Says, nope, he can't go with you. I know you're trying to buy him out. Mando visit. Hey, why don't you join the gladiatorial games? Wink, 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 wink. No, I don't want to be in the games.
John.
Here, give me the thing. He's like, okay, well, he's got one last fight, and it's a special kind of fight where he's gonna throw every single
He's like,
monster
I'm
he
free.
has
Yeah,
out.
I'm free.
Doing
That's one
things
fight,
we
man.
never do.
You're gonna die. So he comes
Telling
to him
you.
later. Hey, he just said that he's gonna kill you. You're not getting out of this. And he even says, hey, bet against him because he's gonna die as my gift to you. Now, he immediately tries to break him out, and they decide to fill the room with gas. And I guess I thought his fucking helmets were airtight, and so he'd have a little bit more time to do, but he just gets knocked out. And both Grogu and him get knocked out. Grogu gets put into a cage, as we saw. He walked into the bar. You know, the ringleader had a bar fight with them to learn who the main guy was. But all these guys have cages with animals, and so Grogu gets captured into a cage. Meanwhile, Mando gets thrown out there. Hey, we saw that coming. He's gonna gladiatorial fight against Rata, whatever. What's his name? Yeah, Rata, the Hutt. And so they fight, and you know, Mando kind of gets the upper hand at one point, and the crowd's all like, "Kill him!" Shooting Rata's face.
so that's
But what's cool is it's an Easter egg where they have the monsters
from
from
the
the
game.
chessboard, the exact ones. And then when they do the wide shot, I realized that the arena was a chessboard. And then one of the guys does the move from the thing, and I was like, oh shit, did anybody else notice that? Nobody in the audience reacted, so I'm like, man, I guess this is for old farts like me. And
I mean, I noticed it. I just
you noticed it? Okay, but you were just like,
Well, in
I
my
was like,
head,
hey,
yeah, in my head, I was like, hey. It's a thing from something better.
yeah. Hey, now. hey, now. Because that little sequence, that little chess game, this one was real life. It was a big one. I like the gladiatorial fight.
Yeah.
It's action for action's sake. There's not nutrition in it. It's just nice.
yeah, but there was no tension in it either. It's like Luke fights the Rancor, and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? You feel the tension in some of this stuff, and in this, I didn't feel like anyone was really in danger.
Felt as
there.
much. I mean, I don't know. When I first watched Luke fight in the Rancor, I don't know if I was like, Luke's gonna die. Yeah, I didn't
You're
think
like,
he
oh
was
my
gonna
God.
die. This is like the third
This is,
movie
oh,
by
it's
now.
fucking awesome.
Return of the Jedi. He's gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, it's just like the one felt dangerous and this one
Or,
definitely didn't
Empire.
feel dangerous. Like at this point, you're like, no one's gonna get hurt, nothing's gonna happen. They're fighting with kid gloves on because it's it's room temperature.
Yeah.
It's soft.
So they fight in the games, but during the games, the laser cage gets destroyed
You
by
take one of the shocking creatures and
throw
throw
up
it
there.
into the lasers and just shut the thing down. Everyone escapes.
And the fucking creatures escape. I love it. Now, it's Star Wars. You don't get the gruesome. Some of the creatures look pretty fucking horrific. Like this one that's like squeezes your head.
I thought he was gonna do something, but he just like
keeps
tossing
throwing
people
Keep
back.
tossing
He's
people
just
because it's
tossing
Star
them back.
Wars.
Like,
That would scare the kids too
no,
much.
it would have fucking
But
ripped
my
the
Star
crowd.
Wars, yeah,
It
would
would've
rip
ripped
heads
it.
off. There'd be blood splurting
It would just
everywhere.
be eating everyone.
That'd be awesome. They couldn't do it, so it's a little tame. But they get out. There's a fucking cool chase sequence with Rada gets out. He jumps in a fucking big ass land speeder. They chase him. Grogu is the first one to be like, get in his little baby crib. It's his moment.
Who makes those
Rocket
things?
powered baby carriage, just like
It's because it's a mom
The
with a
New
little
Republic.
baby, but then as soon as Grogu gets in there, that thing is catching up to him.
Made custom.
Like, holy shit.
Made by the Mandos, the armorer. I don't know. Anyway, so they go. He flies with the jetpack, and this is, this is
Yeah.
CGI. It's fun. It's good. It was a sequence that got me excited.
Yeah, then he calls her back up from dead, and then he's on the tree top for that. He's like, okay, I give up. He started questioning him too, actually, on the ship. Said, well, they only want me back because they want me dead. It's like, well, we need information. That was him.
That's who that guy
That
is.
was him. It's like, if I'm not lying to you, you're a bounty hunter. You can tell. I'm lying.
He believes. He's like, oh fuck. So they go back.
They go back to the mansion.
See?
Yeah, correct. That's what I said.
There's a couple cool fights.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
As soon as he returns the second bounty, that's when it starts going down. Cause
Okay,
it's
yeah.
Lord
so
Janu, they capture him.
They capture him. They bring him to Sigourney Weaver. Everybody's like
then-
surprised that Mando brought a guy in alive instead of dead. And he's also supposed to have brought
Great.
the hut to the other huts, but he didn't want to do that because he knew that the twins were going to kill. Why? Because he's the heir to the Hutt Empire, because he's the son, and they want to keep him out of the way and kill him. And so Mando just didn't do that, and he takes another way. And Sigourney was kind of mad at first because he was like, well, they were a good source of this and that. He's going to piss them off. But he's like, these guys are playing both sides.
He just doesn't like the Hutt.
And then, and then this is where I agree,
Yeah,
Joe.
and this is where he's like, okay, job's done. He goes back to another plan that he's fixing up his razor crest.
Upgrading
tells-
it. That's where the mechanic dudes
Yeah,
come.
and then this is where Rhoda, whatever.
Damn.
said, okay, I already got your ship. Take off. Takes off. And goes to whatever. The other country. Watching.
Wow, do you remember the name? Oh, good. Yeah, I was about to say. I've seen, you haven't seen the series, but yeah, that was good. He survives at the end, so he's basically the foil to the bounty hunter.
Yeah,
he needs
so he's
somebody to go up
watching- yeah,
against
'cause
Mando.
The Hutts felt double crossed, so he sent them. But
I
he's
thought this
also
was
fixing-
another good scene. It's at night. He's stalking. Now it's a little stupid because Mando actually has the jump on him. He notices him coming because the motherfucking samurai is walking at night and the lightning, and you can see it looks cool, right? But Mando's right here, and then the next shot, he's inside. He's like, all right, he's hiding his. But I get it. He's got to protect his friends, and he's.
And we wouldn't have a movie.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a movie because then it'd just be fighting, and Mando would win probably that distance. But maybe not. Maybe Mando isn't on the high level that we think. That what's his name? Embo and Cad Bane was on. Here he is with Mando. Eventually. Well, that's okay. Anyways, so what now? He gets captured. He does get beaten by Embo, who drops down. He gets the jump on him, but he uses his hat as a shield and then manages, and I thought this was clever, he uses specific weaponry and gadgets and equipment that, you know, disrupt Mandalorian armor. Because if you fucking blind them in their helmets, and they don't take their helmets off, I wish that effect would have been pushed a little bit more, that's how you can kind of take care of them, but, you know, it comes across. And he captures them, and he takes them to the fucking twins. And he's like, and in fact, they already, because we saw Rada go off with some gun runner, and he's just going to continue to be on the run. He says he's saying, and Rada really loves the little dude here. You know, he's like, can I feed him? And he's like, yeah, it's just this thing. He eats all the damn time. But he says goodbye, says his goodbyes. Unfortunately, he's captured as well. Probably Embo as well. And he's being tortured. And Alex, what happened?
How would he have time?
What do you mean?
He sees it take off.
Consider that
But he's
taking
still
one for
there.
the team.
He just reported it to whoever, and they picked him up. Grogu had actually escaped, and so Mandalorian had told Grogu to hide.
Oh, yeah.
And so when Mandalorian is captured, they see, they know where he's ship. I mean, it's like a shoot box. And they go all the way, and
They've been for
they do little spelunking, and they go through the sewer system, so we see the sewer system from there. And then the Mando is dropped down into the pit. There's all these like little snake dudes that he's got to
He's crazy. Action figure of them, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy that they made these guys. And so, yeah, they finally feature these guys.
Yeah, he easily dispatches all of them, but then there's a dragon.
They're cool looking. Like the white snake.
Yeah.
So they don't just redo a Rancor. I was like, we've done the Rancor enough already. So they do have something different. Those things must be blind or something, because every time it flies at him, he's able to just to easily get out of the way. But yeah, but eventually it does catch him with one of its teeth, cuts him, poisons him. We've got a problem, because even if he wins against this thing, the poison's going to get to him. Meanwhile, the Babu freaks, they find them. Just so happens that they landed on the plane. I like their little ship, by the way. There's a funny little scene where Grogu is in the ship, and they're even tiny, and he barely fits in the ship. And I'm like, how is this ship getting around? And you realize the ship is this big, so it's flying. And the Hutt fighters with massive weapons flies right by them.
They're flying with the birds.
The
So
birds.
that's the kind of camouflage.
There's lots of little moments that I like. Anyways, they land, they go, they use a detonator to blow the section of the wall out. All the water comes rushing in, and that's how Mando and them slip and slide and kind of escape.
I think
He's
not.
like, oh, the ship's this way, so he's carrying everyone. He's like, all right, this way. They go to the ship, and he's just looking at it,
Everybody sends all the forces towards them. They have a droid army, which is kind of clever. Like all the droids from the prequels are kind of repurposed and used as mercenaries. They have a group name too. I guess they hired them, or they're sentient droids that rebelled and have their own little cool little lore thing. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, he notices that he can't fit in. And this whole time they've been playing with perspective. We didn't know exactly how big it was, but then when he walks up to it, it's fucking tiny. He's not fitting in it. And then the film tries to pull like the heartstrings where it's like, go on, I'll hold them off for you. And then, they fly off and he sees it. He's like, all right. He sees his son fly off with his hand. And he's taking people on and slowly slowing down. And eventually, boom. Gets to him, and you think, well, this is the end for Djarin, Commando. That was weird. Why would the bug show up?
Yeah,
just
I
at
don't
that
know.
moment? And a scorpion, just so that this little guy
about
can
to
come back.
sting him. He's like, oh no, he's gonna poison the poison guy.
Poison him even more.
Yeah, he's already dead.
But Grogu shows up and eats. They still haven't gotten the eating right for Grogu. They've got, he has got more articulation because he does more, but it still looks a little awkward. Maybe it's supposed to at this point.
Now we have like 15, 20 minutes of Mando
This
passed
is
out.
where it turns into.
Yeah, and it's just the Grogu goes in a little, like, he hides him
I
with
like
the
this
cloak.
because it reminded me of Yoda's little fucking house. Maybe that's how Yoda made it. These instinctively know how to build that.
Yeah, little mud things. But yeah,
But it doesn't fit him, and his feet hang out. Force pushing him in and out, and it's hitting the helmet. Conk, 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 and he covers up.
and then he keeps going on and mentioning steals fish from this fisherman guy, and then he's running all over the place. I mean, it's a long sequence.
Kind old man, kind old fisherman dude who lets him steal the fish, essentially notices and covers for him when the bounty hunter comes back. And I don't think we ever learned this guy's name.
Yeah, the Endo comes there and he's like, "Hey, I'm looking for a Mandalorian and a little guy, and the Mandalorian is near death. He got bitten by this snake, and it's really important that you give him the antidote." And then in a later scene, and so the
He probably wouldn't have given him all the details, but he heard all the details from Embo so that he's able to build the antidote and give it to Grogu. Grogu goes back.
Damn, man.
gooseberry, some sort.
Salsa. And then, and it works.
Grogu wakes up, the Mandalorian's not there.
Cuteness overload. We forgot to also mention that, you know, when he gets captured, you get the scene of Grogu getting all the weapons. Little dudes to the rescue. So this is cuteness overload here and there.
Yeah.
Anyway, saves him his life, and then they recovered Mando. They have a choice to like
going on?
leave because they found the gunrunner ship in the thing. I don't know why the Hutt wouldn't have sold it or scrapped it for parts.
All those
Maybe they're
guns
gonna
in
come
there.
later and get it. The guns are still in there, right? They were a little hasty, but anyways, it's just convenience for convenience sake. So weak. But anyways, he's like, we can run or we can fight. And Grogu on fight.
Well, they definitely have to kill the Hutts, because the Hutts earlier had ripped his helmet off, and they're like, "We brought you shame, we've seen you," and then Kitchen's like, "We kill all of them."
Managed to get Pedro Pascal's face in the film. He takes his helmet off. If I kill all, not if I kill all of you, you know, and I guess he does kill them all. Because they're fucking robots. But anyways, so he goes after the twins, and we get big climactic sequence. They battle their way through tons of droids, and Embo, just then, they make it past the droids, and they're about to...
Well, there's two big,
That was cool.
two big ones.
Stop motion.
One,
Loved
pretty
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Little Grogu goes into one of them, rips the mechanics out, while Mando uses his classic gun from the TV series, super powerful, to take out the other one.
The other one, he runs up and he like activates all the grenades on the tooth belt, and then he's like,
And they make it to the final chamber, in which he's about to shoot him, and they're like, no, but then Embo comes in, and we've got an Embo versus Mando scene. Meanwhile, the little doggy goes after Grogu, but Grogu uses, because, you know, Jedi, I guess, are good with animals. They do have calming powers for, you know, vicious animals in the war and in the game.
What the fuck going on?
Meanwhile,
he wakes up.
does he actually defeat Embo? What is the last thing that happens? They fight to a draw, but I'm curious, like, how
He kicks them into the center thing, and they all fall through.
even Embo fell through?
Yeah. Because Embo can get
But I
out the hole.
remember Embo coming through a hole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's
hits the
the
hole
same
that they
hole.
originally escaped through.
Oh, right.
Those
Because
guys
the
are too
Hutts were
big.
like, help me! Help me, Embo! And Embo's like, fuck this.
There's a tiny little hole I can get through.
I don't do things by half.
Okay, so Embo leaves, and it sucks, you know, because I was like, okay, at least they got one cool villain for this, because the twins suck, the Imperial Remnant guys have no characters, so I thought Embo would be the final battle, and you'd get a conclusion there. He either defeats Embo, kills Embo, whatever. Nope, Embo disappears, they're going to save him for a future. He's a badass, he never fucking says anything. Well, he does say stuff, but he doesn't say, he doesn't talk to Mando. He leaves, and the twins get eaten alive by the fucking. It's called a dragon snake apparently, so it's a dragon snake. And then the Anzelians return. And at first I was like, what? Why? Why did they bring the? Why? Because at the end of every one of these films, you have to have the X-wing show up and save everybody. Lock S4s and attack was it? You do the same fucking thing every time. They didn't lock S4s, but whatever. They came in and they shot up all the huts, so we have a little battle. And Joe wants to say something
I
funny.
do. Okay, look, I get they were like in the older movies and these pilots had a lot of different
Tell you
things.
gonna say these are like.
Come on!
This is the B team. This is the C team. This
I
is
know
Z
there were the
team.
other films were like,
Dave Filoni puts himself. No, Frank, well, it's not. He's not directing, but John.
you can put like
but Dave did the
70,
film.
80-year-old like X-wing pilots out there.
Yeah. I don't know what this
It's a
is about.
little-
It's too much of the nepotism kind of thing. Where it's like,
like
Sigourney's
They're
there.
just a little
The
like,
old Asian
okay,
dude is
yes,
there, and he's
yeah.
getting even
Oh,
older.
exactly.
They had some young guys. Well, they had some normal-looking guys. There was a black dude, and there was a young white guy.
They had Zed, but Zed is like
and
CGI.
Zeb, yeah. So, and he was in the H-wing. Zeb. Anyways, and
I didn't like seeing Filoni. He was in it twice. He's sitting at the bar in his cowboy hat.
With his cowboy hat.
Like, this is weird.
It is weird. It's out of place. And at first I was like, why you put yourself in your own movie? But it's not. It's John. But still. And I ain't gonna lie, if I direct a movie, I'll put myself in the
Yeah, but
movie.
you could be like,
Who doesn't want to be in
but you
the
could be
X-wing
there, it's like,
cockpit?
oh yeah, I used to fly all the time. It's like, hey, it's that guy.
Would you wear a cowboy hat though?
That's his thing.
Damn, man, what the fuck going on?
Anyways, just for the fans, clearly. So they show up, a little fighter battle happens because they launched all the HUD fighters. I like the HUD fighters. I think they're a cool design, and we don't have to see TIE fighters all the fucking time. So they fight against the fighters.
Shit. Fuck me.
No risk to anyone dying.
All in this
I think
movie.
Fisher Price song started playing. The xylophone, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, it still looked cool as fuck. Then they had the turbo lasers come in, and the little sequence like they're going on a trench run. They zap the turbo laser towers down. Boom, huge explosion. Here's the bug.
Carpet bomb
The
was awesome.
TV show would never be able to do this, and that's why I think I enjoyed it. And I'm glad if this is Mando season 4, fuck it. Mando season 4. You know, well, we may still actually get Mando season 4. That's still up in the air. We don't know.
Yeah.
It was
I'll
way
talk
better
about
than,
that in a bit.
way better.
Say shit.
All right, and so they destroy everything.
Oh shit. Thank God. Fuck.
Let's get it.
Shout out to the max ammo.
Get it.
God damn. Fuck me. Shit. Yo. Fuck. Clutch.
Good, got the J's always singing. What the fuck you want? Shawty killing me still. What the fuck you want? Shawty killing me still. What the fuck you want? Shawty killing me still.